university recognises outstanding individuals who have contributed to society and their professions. We do this through giving honorary awards. Today we will recognise one of these outstanding individuals. Vice-Chancellor, it was unanimously resolved by the Senate and the Council of the University to confer an Outstanding Contribution Award upon Luke Ambler. Jill Barlow, Head of Student Wellbeing, will present the candidate.
Vice-Chancellor. Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests and graduates, I am delighted today to provide the oration to honour Luke Ambler for his outstanding contribution to the field of men's mental health. In 2016, Luke lost his brother-in-law, Andy, to suicide. He responded to this personal tragedy not by letting it overcome him, but by asking himself the questions, what's next? And what are you going to do about it? From these questions came the seed of a vision to support men who were in distress and to do what he could to prevent other families going through what his family had gone through. His background as a former professional rugby player and interest in mental health became the soil for the seed. He took it to Andy's mother, Elaine, who's with us today, and together they came up with the idea of running a group for men, a safe, free, confidential space where men could be supported to face some of the storms in their lives. Andy's Man's Club, with its slogan, "It's okay to talk," was created. It started with one group of 9 men in Halifax and grew to become a nationally recognised, hugely successful charity. It now provides support to over 4,500 men per week in 200 groups across the country. 2,200 of these men are now facilitators, or as Luke calls them, heroes of the groups. Raising awareness through bus tours and media campaigns on the likes of Sky Sports and BBC Breakfast, and launching a merchandise collaboration with companies such as Next Official, Luke has worked tirelessly to continue to support the service the charity offers. He is also on a government task force for men's health and won a Prime Minister's Point of Light award. Andy's Man Club, to name just a couple, has won a National Diversity Award and a Queen's Award for voluntary service. Here at the university, our student and staff community have also benefited from his vision through the presence of a local Bradford Andy's Man Club at our mental health events and campaigns. Luke has gone on to create Be You, a journal which provides tools and strategies for positive mental health. The children's version is now used by child and adolescent mental health services in South Yorkshire. The adult version is now promoted by the NHS. Luke provides us with an inspirational example of how to overcome adversity through facing our fears and asking the question, what am I going to do about it? In his own words, vision with action makes for a powerful reality. So, in recognition of his courage, his compassion, and his determination, I have great pleasure in presenting to you, for the Award of Outstanding Contribution, Luke Ambler.
By the power vested in me, Luke Ambler, I award you the Outstanding Contribution Award of the University of Bradford for the outstanding commitment that you've given to men's mental health. Thank you.
Come on, everyone. Is this a graduation? Who did your dissertation? Did you do your dissertation? Can we hype you up a little bit, please? Good morning, everyone. That doesn't sound like people are here to celebrate today. I want one more time. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, mothers, let's have a big good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Just want to say I'm extremely humbled, honoured, and would like to show gratitude to the university for the honour. I want to take a moment, just say today's all about you. And I know I'm the one here now, but I genuinely want to say it's an absolute pleasure to be able to share this day with you. I know how hard each and every one of you will have worked to get here. I'm shared the day with my wife and my general manager for our charity, who I met at this exact same place, Sabrina. Came to watch Sabrina graduate, and she'd been a volunteer for Andy's Man Club and now is a general manager of this charity. So it just goes to show that if anyone's got a belief in anything and a real will and all the adversities that she's overcome, and to now be sat back here 5-6 years later as general manager of a national charity is phenomenal. I just want to go on to the fact that none of us do it alone. We all have had teachers, lecturers, family and friends who will have and continue to support each and every one of us. And I think none of us can get up on this stage today without taking a moment to thank all those who have helped us in some way to be here today. So to anyone here supporting a loved one or a friend or a student, thank you. I think just a round of applause for them. I'm just going to briefly tell you about my team. And my team is my parents, my kids, my friends, my staff and volunteers. But I want to say a special shout out to my mother-in-law who's here with me today. It's quite emotional saying this. 8 years ago, we tragically lost Andy, but Andy wasn't just my brother-in-law. Andy was Elaine's son. And the devastation that losing someone to suicide causes is astronomical. I'm very fortunate to be the face of this beautiful organisation and often get moments like this. But tirelessly for 8 years, that amazing lady has campaigned each and every day to stop other families going through what she's done. So if we could just take a moment for Elaine. Like everyone, I've had my fair share of ups and downs in life. I've learnt more about life and myself from every heartbreak, loss, storm and hardship than I have from the highs and successes. To this day, you too will have experienced storms, and yet you've still made it here today. Always remember when you are in what feels like the eye of the storm, that it passes, just like it has for you to be here today. Today is a celebration that is actually more enjoyable and more beautiful because we've experienced hardships, hard work, late nights, the blood, sweat and tears, and because of all that, it makes the mountaintop all that more beautiful. When times get hard, professionally and personally, don't keep it to yourself because it just bubbles away inside. Don't be ashamed to reach out for help. Find your tribe who you can offload and work through your problems together with. My main lesson today is what's got me through everything, whether that be in business or charity, and that's know why. Know why you're doing what you do. For some of you here, you may be here because your parents push you down this route. Maybe you've got kids like me, and each and every day you want to just wake up and be a better father. But I think in anything, when you decide to take anything you decide to take on, you've got to know your why. When we know our why, and when that why is bigger than ourselves, we can become unstoppable forces in the world. And as I said, everyone in life's going to go through hard times. Each and every one of us will. And I think sometimes you've got to reach back when you're slightly ahead or slightly up on top and be that lighthouse in the dark times for other people. And I'm going to finish with one thing. Starting a suicide prevention charity, you're surrounded by suicide every single day. You're surrounded by death and tragedy every day. And one thing I've learned is that life in the grand scheme is very short, but it's very beautiful. It's an absolute blessing. And I think too many of us too often take life a little bit too seriously, don't we? We're at an amazing event today, but smile, because you've all worked so hard to get here, and don't take it all too seriously because before we know it, it's over. So I'm going to finish with something. I'll try to think of a way to wrap this up, and I asked my 5-year-old on the way here if she had any good content for me to be able to wrap this up, and she told me a really, really terrible joke, no offence. So she said, can you not just tell this joke? So it's really bad, but as a dad, you have to tell dad jokes from time to time. So, Ada, why did the cow cross the road? Because it wanted to go to the movies. That was awful, I know. But who cares? My 5-year-old daughter, and I was a big smile on her face. And that's all that matters to me. And Vice-Chancellor, fellow graduates and guests, it is once again my honour to share this day with you all. And I wish each and every one of you a happy and successful future.